All right, so here is the MTM Case Guard Tactical Rifle Crate in a standard, I guess, size truck bed. This is obviously a Jeep Gladiator, but indicative of, I guess, at least the width of most modern truck beds. This thing fits easily in the back seat of a truck or a Jeep. Go boxes. Rifle go boxes, Minuteman go boxes, whatever you want to call it. In last week's exciting adventure, we talked about the concept of the Minuteman portal, like the door you would come through with all your stuff to get ready to go out. This happens to be my shop door, so my Jeep's behind me, so I would get all my stuff together and go out. Well, I wanted a quicker way to do it. And though in the past we've used duffel bags, you could use a drag bag, you could use your rucksack, you could use buckets. But I wanted something new and innovative. So we wanted to check out this tactical rifle crate from MTM Case Guard. And this is just something I kind of heard about in a video at some point. And so I figured I'd check it out. Now we have had Pelican cases. This one I've had for almost 10 years. So we're not new to the idea of toting kit and cases, but this is more of a budget-friendly option. You can see the size comparison of the tactical rifle crate compared to the Pelican 1720 case. Now, an option in this size from the Pelican brand was upwards of almost $490 something that I saw. Whereas this guy I got for just under $100. I want to say $96. So this is just some ideas for some other folks that might be interested in ways to quickly transport their gear into their vehicle or mode of transport. So we're going to go through the tactical rifle crate, how I've set it up, just to give you some ideas, and then we'll run through the Pelican 1720 case really quick, just because being that I got to repurpose this for the original intended purpose, it's back set up and good to go. So let's start with this. I have my pig gloves on top because I wanted to remember to put them in there. Now, I will say, again, there's a noticeable quality difference between the tactical rifle crate and the Pelican case, but considering this is a quarter of a case of the Pelican style, again, you know, it's pretty good, and it's made in USA. So you will note that it does have 4 clasps with 2 places to lock, so you could theoretically render this TSA friendly. Opening it up, there is a top section. Currently I have this set up for my 30 cal use. So this is my 7.62 or 308 battle style rifle, where I have the ability to configure it with a 20-inch upper and 6.5 Creedmoor. So, you know, this is more of a battle style configuration. This is more of a long range night, you know, hunting, if you will. It's got the Pulsar Trail 50 on it, thermal imaging scope, and this has just got a simple crossfire from Vortex on it. So you can see they're both fitted with the cherry bombs, so I can use the same can on either one, with the long range setup being on a bipod. All of this is conveniently in, and I'll have to set the phone down as I lift the crate up and set it down with the phone in it, and there you go. That is the top layer, just with the rifle components, and then down in the innards of the crate you have the support gear. And we'll just go through it left to right, because why not? Here is the main 25 round magazine with 308. This is a rifle maintenance kit, full tool kit to include cleaning stuff and tools to perform maintenance. This is a 10 round magazine. Really, I wanted to get a 5 round because I can use those for hunting in my area, but Magpul doesn't make 5 rounders I'm aware of. This is my entire CVRN gas mask kit. It's got the iodine tablets in it, and my gas mask and accompanying filter and canteen meant to go with the gas mask. Then we have the ammo crate. So this is Summit 250 rounds of 308, and in this one we have 6.5 Creedmoor. Over here, more support gear. We have a drop leg QLS configuration for the Safariland. The Safariland mates up against a very particular sidearm, which we will go through here in a minute. Down in here, you can see I have my Alice rig, which I have been working on, not only based off my use, but based off some comments from previous videos. So we're going to talk about that here in a minute, but full Alice rig, I have been loving this, let's just say liking it, finding it more fit for use the more I use it. Surprise, surprise, that's how things go. And then down here, we have my preferred e-tool, the Cold Steel Spetsnaz shovel, and a modified Alice holder because that thing is sharp, because not only can it be used for digging, it can be used as a weapon. Cold Steel Trench Hawk. This is kind of a multi-tool, if you will, because it can be used for outdoor use, but it can also be used as a weapon. Might see a reoccurring theme there. And then we have this is the K-Bar Becker BK9 combat buoy, which can be used for field use and also a weapon. And lots of reoccurring themes. I do apologize for doing that one-handed. And that is the entire components of the MTM tactical rifle crate. Now, some things that I wanted to fit in there that I wasn't able to, are my night vision and this medical kit. Now, there's medical kit in the Alice rig, but I do like redundancy. But there's medical kit in my rucksack, which I would also throw in the Jeep. So I'll probably just throw the actual night vision just in the rucksack. And you never know what you're gonna take, right? I mean, right under here, this is my 37mm kit full of all my rounds for my 37mm launcher there. So kind of depends on what kind of fun you're going to have, right? So now, as an added bonus round, now that we've gone through the tactical rifle crate, I just want to show you my other option, because being that this is currently set up for 30 cal, we wanted something in our standard go-to, so we'll just go ahead and check out how we have the Pelican 1720 set up. This was the original configuration. This is how I drove when I moved to Florida from Illinois, and the setup, it was not these particular tools, but these are my current use tools. So just left to right, we have the Glock 17 5th gen MOS, got a little bit of a Holosun optic on it. And then we have the TLR1 HLX magazines, fully loaded Glock 17, 4 M4 magazines, 55 grain, full metal jacket. And then we have, this is kind of my standard, what I would use, I guess, as a folding tactical folder. If I had to choose one, this would be it. You might hear the grittiness in it. I actually have to take this apart because I actually used this to process chickens yesterday to include dispatching them. So don't really actually recommend doing that with a folder. That was a very particular lesson mission set, being that was recommended to me, this knife, actually from a Green Beret who was a former mentor. And not that I find anything ill with his teaching. He's just not really currently a mentor due to distance. But I cherish everything I learned from that man. And one thing he told me when he recommended this knife was to kill something with it. So we fulfilled that mission a couple years ago, but we wanted to complete the mission. And so we dispatched some chickens with that yesterday. This has been my standard go-to M4 for 5 years now. It's the Daniel Defense M4A1. It's got some upgrades to it, some of which I'll disclose, some of which I will not. Basically, we have the Magpul buttstock, what is that, BCM pistol grip. Got Surefire 3P compensator, and then I think that's a Streamlight on there. Primary arms, not too exciting. LPVO, it works. It's worked well for years. Cold Steel Bushman, been modified with a custom Kydex sheath. Cool thing about that is it can be used as a spear, melee weapon. Got some training in that, so it's a fun weapon. I don't know if I would recommend people that have not trained in Asian martial arts use blades without handguards, but yeah, I just cut myself real bad this last weekend myself. So let's check out the scale of this stuff. But before I do show you this in the bed of the truck for scale, I will go ahead and close the loop that I meant to earlier, that the Safariland holster in the tactical rifle crate is in fact configured for this very particular Glock with the holographic sight and the light. On our way out to the truck was a great opportunity to demonstrate that the tactical rifle case has wheels, which makes it easy to roll around and transport. All right, so here is the MTM Case Guard Tactical Rifle Crate in a standard, I guess, size truck bed. This is obviously a Jeep Gladiator, but indicative of, I guess, at least the width of most modern truck beds. This thing fits easily in the back seat of a truck or a Jeep, sans that, you know, you don't have little kiddos in their seats back there. Generally, I do. But, you know, it's one of those things that it just is a good organization of kit. It's about 40 inches in length, which makes it a little bit shorter in length than your Pelican case, which run about 45 inches. It'll take up to a 39-inch rifle. Now, this guy would probably struggle to fit in there a little bit, but you can see in the case of, I have a 20-inch upper in there, right? A 20-inch upper that can fit up against one that's got a 16-inch barrel. So, two different rifle configurations in the box. Do excuse the dinner bell, we're running a farm here. So, but anyway, I figure I'd show you that, and you know, we can show you a picture of the Pelican 1720 case, maybe also for scale, for size, but that's it pretty much for the MTM Tactical Rifle Crate. Just a little bit of a take on your Minuteman GO kits, Minuteman GO boxes, if you will. Just a great way to get going. Now, just a word on the rig. As I mentioned earlier, we'd go into it. So based on some of the feedback that I received in previous videos and me actually running around the property, we went entirely through the rig, cinched it all down, tightened it up here, tightened it up in the back. I actually was able to get the maximum adjustment. The entire belt is basically folded over where it meets directly in the back, meaning theoretically I can't adjust it any tighter. So this is as tight as it'll go. I still have quite a lot of room. You know, I got like a 26-inch waist. It's just, you know, I work out a lot and I run a lot and I do martial arts and I fight and I like to fight and well, you know, I do all the things men do, so I stay fit. So hence the reason we got the kiddo seats in the back. But I digress. That's it. The Minuteman GO box concept with the MTM Tactical Rifle Crate. And you know, won't fit all rifles, but it'll fit many. And by the way, check out this new camo I invented. I call this garbage camo. You dig? Stay safe out there, you turkeys.